Yo, what's going on, guys? Top of the evening. It is Saturday night or Sunday morning, depending on where in the world you find folks are at. What a day these weekends. It's like a damn soap opera every day. I wake up this morning, get on the Twitter mobile, and there is Boss Blunts blasting out this whole drone footage over Citadel. I damn near pissed myself. I really did. Who in the God's green earth? We're going to touch on in a minute. Who, you know, judging by the tweet, judging by the darkness of this overhead footage, this drone footage over Citadel and the whole moving situation, who in the hell is driving a drone over Citadel at, roughly 2, 3, 4 in the morning? Roughly? I mean, just, God dang it, you guys. It just gets better and better. I just crack myself up. And then you got, these savage apes, everyone. I don't care who you are. If you're GME, you're on Superstock, you can't say the word AMC over there. I don't care. You guys, all of us, dissect stuff like we are Johnny Cochran in an O.J. Simpson trial here. I mean, it just gets crazy. They got these build sheets pulled up and they're stopped working on the Citadel build, the whole frickin' deal. We'll get into that in a minute. I'm rambling, but I tell you what. Just outstanding, all of this, you guys, and I touch on it a lot too, but it just cracks me up. Who in God's green earth is flying a drone over Citadel building in the middle of the night? God dang it, outstanding. Speaking of outstanding, here is your Seeking Alpha. Shout out to the Superstonk boys and girls over here. SALL REIT. That is your S and your W switched for Wall Street. Shout out to her or him for putting this fine thing together. But look at this here. Look at the dates. GameStop. Short squeeze is over. Take your profits and run. That was January 26, 2021. Okay. That one would make sense back in January, right? June 22. GameStop. The squeeze has run its course. Time to move on. So, usually short squeezes are a couple days to a week, whatever the heck. This one ran from January to June, right? So that one, it's ran its course from January 26th to June 22nd, okay? Then we fired another one up on June 29th. GameStop, ditch it. The short squeeze is over. Oh, but it was over back here in June from January. Okay, good. September 18th, which is today, believe it or not, with short interest of less than 15%, don't expect another short squeeze. So what they're getting at is we had a short squeeze from January to June 29th, and now the short interest is less than 15%. Don't expect it. Oh, man. God, you guys, these turds of the day, turds of the week, turds of the lifetime, they just get better and better. Maybe we're so used to, or I don't know, maybe we're so used to looking at these and seeing all these turds over and over, but boy, oh boy, imagine the rest of the world news, Good Christ. This is amazing. Let's get on to this whole, right here. Look at this here. For anyone wanting proof a market crash is about to occur, here you go. Great Depression DJI fractal from 1929 compared to 2021 DJI chart. I hope you're prepared. Shorts must cover all positions. Take a watch at this son of a gun really closely now, folks. Bear with us now. Bear with us now. It's coming. Ooh. Ooh, shit. Oh, God. Dog it, that looks awfully close. Woo-wee, boys. Buckle up. Buckle up. Look at this here, the Seattle Times, my hometown newspaper. Senate GOP says it will allow debt default. Democrats rush to avert economic crisis. They always raise this debt ceiling, all right, but just what if? What if they don't? Who? Now, almost 2 years later, Democrats set up a similar type of strategy that, if successful, will force Republicans to accept their fair share of the national debt and now tops 28 trillion goddamn dollars. If this strategy fails, the federal government could run out of funding authority and enter another congressionally forced shutdown, the fourth in less than a decade, and create a debt crisis that could rattle global financial markets. Let me make it very perfectly clear. The country must never default. The debt ceiling will never be raised, but who does that depends on the American people elect. Down here, the last time the debt crisis in such an impasse was in 2011. The financial markets went into a tailspin until a pair of seasoned Washington hands stepped in and negotiating a settlement. McConnell and then Vice President Joseph Biden. I don't know. I don't think so that this is we always raise this thing, but boy, the way this market is and overextended this, that, I don't know, you guys. Look at this thing. Look at how big this son of a gun is here. I think I emailed myself this, but look at this. Evergrande Chinese property giant admits to misconduct by executives. This was today's activities. 6 Evergrande executives cashed in their investments just as the company's liquidity crunch became clear. Of course they did. China's second largest real estate company is close to collapse. Yes, they are. $305 billion in debt. Oh my God, you guys. So again, we're going to see the fallout from this from us, but boy. Look at this here. We got a secret. Speaking of China, Wall Street meeting focused on transparency and stability. I think this took place on Friday, guys. China financial regulators and Wall Street executives discussed pursuing transparency and long-term stability at top-level virtual meeting. The 3-hour meeting in the China-U.S. Financial Roundtable on Thursday included the head of the People's Bank of China, execs from Goldman Sachs, Citadel, and other Wall Street powerhouses, according to people familiar with the talks. Attendees included Kenny G, of course it did, from Citadel, Abby Johnson from Fidelity Investments, BlackRock's Larry Fink, Blackstone Inc. Chairman Stephen Schwarzman, and John Waldron, Goldman's president, among others. That sounds like a very need a bug on the wall in that meeting there, boys and girls. So, yeah, I mean, all of this crap here. Whoo-wee. Wowzers. Beautiful news here. Gosh dang it, I would love to go down and do this at the old AMC theaters, but I tell you what, this is great. You are going to like this. AMC Theaters got the rights to DirecTV's Sunday Ticket starting tomorrow at 40 theaters. On Sunday, watch pro football games at AMC. Admission is free when you join AMC Stubs and buy a $10 AMC F&B gift card. To reserve seats, go here. So, it's only in 40 theaters as of now. Hopefully this grows out. I believe we had this a long time ago up here. I don't even know if it was an AMC. My brother said, we were talking about this today, he's has AMC as well. But he remembers watching this a long time ago in theaters when we had it up here. So hopefully I get up here. Hopefully you guys get it up there if you'd like to do it. But I would love to watch a damn football game on the big screen. Even the UFC, I tried to see if we had them up here when the UFC fights were in there. We did not. But boy, it's getting better and better and better over there with Double A at the helm. So that's outstanding news. Beautiful. I love it. And then this here, shout out to the Great Beyond. No, Ape Average tweeted out. This Great Beyond retweeted it here. But long story short, okay, this is missing volume isn't just in GME and AMC. It's across the entire market. Just for example, 10 stocks for you to see. I've also stated the amount of volume compared to the average volume. Pattern goes 2, 3, 5 times, etc. Long story short, look down here at this, okay? Stock Grid, Market Chameleon. Look at the share differences here. That's not an error. I mean, what in the world is going on? You guys can read the rest of this. I don't want to get up in there, but that's pretty freaking crazy. 10 million, almost 50% in GME, 20% missing in BlackBerry, Nokia, million, almost half of the volume, Tesla. I mean, what in the fudge sickles, man? So let's keep on an eye on all of this, you crazy savages. There's a lot going on that's just not solely AMC related. A lot of folks have said that, market crash is going to cause a squeeze, which it is. Most people think that's the number one factor that will cause our beloved stocks to squeeze. I tend to agree with that. In my opinion, too, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy for saying this, I believe Gary Gensler is going to be a big part of this, the SEC, obviously, if this thing doesn't crash before the SEC. They've done a lot. Rules, sure, none of them we've seen big, huge changes yet, but they all got to fall into place. But boy, this market crash scenario with everything, China, debt ceiling, reverse repo, one all-time high for, Jesus, gosh, you guys. Okay, Citadel pack. This was tweeted out roughly 21 hours ago from right now. So roughly, this was Saturday morning at about 2 a.m. Boss Blunts tweeted this son of a gun out, right? And then, long story short, Citadel packing up their HQ in Chicago, okay? There's a picture of it. But more importantly, Mr. Marcel put together a YouTube video on this. Let's let this thing play for a minute. But you guys, look at the drone footage here. Beautiful drone. It's drone footage over Citadel. Now, apparently, if you guys have not seen this, it is some sort of, where's it at? He's got it posted on his Twitter. Bear with me here. Let's look. It's this right here. 3MD Relocation Services. But what they do, office and industrial moving, management services, move planning, budget planning, hospitality services, furniture install, asset disposition, warehouse and distribution, record storage, okay? So on top of all of that, apparently that their new office over here in the old NYC is not ready, and there's a partial stop work order. You savages dug this up here today, okay, in the midst of it all. But what in the world are they doing over here? You can see people, if you haven't seen any of this footage, you guys, I'll pop the video link in there. It's really long. I didn't watch a lot of it. I just watched the drone footage of this. These dudes are in there packing things up. Now, sure, do we want to think that Citadel's skipping town and they're shutting this thing down and moving out? Of course we do. It's not happening, right? But what in the world? The new building's not open. Of course, they're going to be in there after hours because of business closed, market closed. They're not going to interrupt anything. But what in the God's green earth are they getting rid of in here? Something's really weird about this. Who's flying this drone? You guys are crazy. All of you guys are I love all of you. So that was pretty wild, you guys. We're going to find out maybe a little bit more on this, but don't get your hopes up that Kenny G and company's blasting themselves over the Cayman Islands anytime soon. But very interesting. There's a guy moving a box around. Again, Detective Ape pulling the wording off of this, Googling it, and coming up with it. Jesus, you guys. Outstanding. I love every single bit of it. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Let's keep an eyeball on that. We're going to have an interesting week coming up here, especially if you're into these cycle theories with the old Astro. If you have not been over there to Astro's channel, I'll pop a link in there. Look at some of his patterns. The kid's a genius. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been over there. If you have not, I'll fire a link in there. Take a look at it. It's very, very interesting. There's so much going on with this. How in God's green earth folks think you can't cover this, and folks think, oh yeah, you just got to hold by, shut up, nothing means nothing. Bullshit. There's a lot going on, dudes and dudettes. Okay, guys, that's it. Not a lot to talk about, but some very interesting stuff. Let's keep an eye on this whole market. We got to look out for turds of the day. Always look out for turds of the day. With this record-breaking, you guys, January to June short squeeze on GME. Jesus, Murphy. Okay, guys, love you. That's it. End of story. We'll be back tomorrow. A little pre-market, pre-function will do.